Live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you live from Budapest in Central Europe. I hope everybody is having a safe, healthy, and productive start to their week. Hi Musafir, hi Maksud, and our members, and of course welcome everyone, our regular students, Violet, Kyber, and many others. Thank you for joining. This class is focusing on the speaking section, specifically the part 1 questions. So it is a speaking class, so make sure to speak lots. Don't be shy. It's one of the most important attitudes to improving your English and your communication is being brave, putting yourself out there, and just using your language skills. So speak lots. This lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com. For academic IELTS success, visit us there and join our premium packages. For general IELTS, check us out at aehelp.com, where we focus on preparing you for the general IELTS exam. Now, before we begin, I'll quickly show you these websites and a really cool feature that we've been working hard to develop so that you can improve your speaking skills. So this is our academic website here with the blue background. You can join the premium package by clicking that red button. And for the general version, it's the green background here. And again, you can click that big red button to join the premium package there. Now, students, when you go to the websites, you have lots and lots of tools. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. Check it out. This is the academic website here. You can log in by clicking on your My Student account. And then when you're logged in, I just want you to show you a free tool for improving your speaking before we get going in today's speaking class with the questions. So this is in your My Student account. Just zoom in here. So you have lots of goodies, computer-based practice exams, videos, audio CDs, and then you have task 1, task 2 writing options, and you also have this neat button here called Student Partner Speaking, and I know that some of you have started using this because I see you chatting with other students. So when you click that, students, the Student Partner Speaking, you get this pop-up. You have to click and accept our terms, which means that you're going to play nice with other students. And we can see some students in here right now. So we can see there's quite a few students in here already chatting with each other. So you can see there's Harman Paul, Yunus is in there, Amjad, Kaan is in there, and lots of other students. So you click on one of those students to connect with them. You can do text, audio, and video chat. And this is a new feature that we just added in the last 24 hours where you have IELTS speaking scripts in here as well. So you click on objects, for example, and you'll get these speaking questions here to practice with. So this is a new feature, these speaking questions that you can use with your partners, okay? And we have 3 different scripts for objects. We have scripts for people, places, events, ideas, so we separated into these, okay? Is that clear, everyone? I know a lot of our students are regulars, so we're adding these scripts now, and we're going to add even more scripts. So what you want to do is you want to detach that window, of course, and then you can minimize it. And while you're chatting, you can bring up that window, and then, of course, while you chat, you can see your questions, okay? Makes sense? So that's how that works. And again, students, that feature, so this speaking feature where you can do video, audio with lots and lots of students there, you can do that free, okay? That's absolutely free, and you can do it on both the academic and the general version of the website. And I'm going to brighten up our day a little bit here so you can see me. Okay, you're very welcome, Kyber. So go ahead and use that. If you have trouble connecting with some students, it might be country restrictions or other restrictions, just click on a different student, okay? And you can start your connection with the chat. Just text, hello, how are you? Do you have a few minutes to speak a little bit? Then choose a script and get going, okay? So that's available for you. Please use it and enjoy it. All right, everyone. So that's my little preamble. If you have questions, just send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com, and I will gladly answer any questions that you have, okay? By the way, I saw lots of students asking me how I'm doing. I'm doing well, thank you. Staying healthy. I'm eating well, eating my vitamins. I exercise regularly, so I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, students. I do appreciate that. Okay, students, so again, speaking part 1 today. Tomorrow we'll have task 1 class for members. Of course, everybody can watch. And then we'll have listening, part 1 and 2. And then later in the week, we'll do task 2 writing, some more listening, and some more speaking as well. This is the schedule for this week's live IELTS classes, okay? We'll also be releasing some new HD videos later in the week also, okay? So lots and lots of materials to help you improve and master English and communication. So we believe in helping you master both the language skills and the communication skills. Having said that, let's get into today's speaking. So today we will start from the top. You get into your speaking interview. It's face-to-face with a native English speaker. Now, if IELTS goes all online because of the COVID and coronavirus, I do believe that the speaking interview will still be face-to-face, but it will be a chat like what you can practice on the website. So still be prepared for face-to-face speaking, not like the TOEFL where it's a recording, okay? All right, so let's go from the top. You meet your examiner. Maybe you'll be meeting your examiner online in the future, but for now it's still in the same exam room, depending on where you are. IELTS is still going in your region. And the examiner will ask you for your full name. So they'll greet you. They'll say, welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test. May I ask your full name, please? So make sure to practice answering that nice and clear and fluent so you sound good right from the beginning, okay? All right. So Roshni says, my first name is Roshni and last name is Kunte. Please call me by my first name, which is Roshni. Nice, Roshni. I like how you're using the adjective clause showing fluency. Please call me by my first name, which is Roshni. Don't expect the examiner to automatically know what your given name is or your first name is, okay? Khyber Momand says, my full name is Khyber Momand, as you will see in my passport. Please just call me Khyber. Very good. Maksud says, my given name is Mir Maksud and surname is Akhmadjanov. You can just call me by my nickname, Maksud. Very good, Maksud. Muras Baraki says, my family name is Baraki and my given name is Murasa. Anyhow, you can address me by my nickname, which is Mary. Very good, Murasa. I like how you threw the anyhow in there as a little bit of a natural flow in the response. Students, viewers, notice the responses so far given by many of our students. They're all different, okay? There are lots of different ways to introduce yourself in a natural, fluent way. And that's what you want to practice, okay? There are many different ways to explain who you are, just so you can sound really natural and not like you're memorizing one way to introduce yourself. Okay, all right. My full name is Jeffrey Davis Anderson, as you will also see in my passport. Please just call me Jeff for short. Okay, so here's another way to express who you are depending on what your name actually is. Some people have multiple names. Students, be sure to give the same name to the examiner that you have in your passport, because they will be looking at your passport already or in the next few seconds. So make sure you give the same name, because if you don't, if you give them a nickname or some other name that you don't use in your passport, that will confuse them. And they can say, well, can you prove that you're this person? Because I see a different name in your passport. Okay, so you have to be careful with that. All right, so repeat after me. So speak and repeat, students. Speak and repeat. All right, repeat questions also, please. What is your full name? My full name is Jeffrey Davis Anderson, as you will also see in my passport. Please just call me Jeff for short. Next question. May I see your identification? It's either coming before asking for your name or right after asking for your name. They need to check their documents, make sure you're the correct person. Even if all of IELTS will be online, they will still do this. Hi, Hina. Nice to see you in class. All right. Marasa says, yeah, this is my passport. Please have a look. Yeah is very colloquial, Marasa, so be careful how you enunciate that, okay? Kind of do it in a gentle, friendly way. Yeah, here it is. Charlie Sen says, yes, certainly. Here is the passport which I used to register for this test. Please have a look. Very nice, Charlie. The way Charlie said this, it's a very nice, respectful, clear, clean, fluent way. So I'll read that one more time. So Charlie Sen, our member, says, yes, certainly. Here's the passport which I used to register for this test. Please have a look. Violet Nguyen says, yes, of course, but first let me dig it out of my pocket. Here you are. Just take out that second first, Violet. Very nice. So Violet's using that idiom, let me dig it out of my pocket, showing some natural language. That's also good to do. Definitely, you want to show students right away in your first few sentences in that interaction that you're confident and familiar with the English language at a band 7, 8, 9 level. Okay, if you sound awkward at the beginning, then you're going to have to paddle very hard upstream to try to get those marks back and try to show the examiner that you really are good at English. So it's better to start really high and then kind of get worse than to start bad and get better. That's why it's so important to warm up before you walk into your interview. Make sure you use English before you go into the interview. Okay, Sulekha Watharakar says, yes, sure, this is my passport. Please have a look. It's what I used to register for this exam. Sulekha, I corrected a little bit there. Pay attention. Sammy Rocky says, yes, here it is. Please have a look at it. This is the passport which I used for registering. Students, when you use adjective clauses, make sure you're using them correctly. Sammy, there was a correction there. You had some missing words. Harpal Singh says, yes, here's my passport that I used for my registration purposes. Please take a look. Harpal, you might as well throw that or which in there to make it that much cleaner English. Okay, so here we go. Yes, of course. I'll just dig out my passport from my pocket here, which I used to register for the exam. Here you are. Please take a look. All right, so I kind of combined a couple of those phrases that you used. Repeat after me. May I see your identification? Yes, of course. I'll just dig it out of my, I'll just dig out my passport from my pocket here, which I used to register for the exam. Here you are. Please take a look. One more time, students. Yes, of course, I'll just dig out my passport from my pocket here, which I used to register for the exam. Here you are. Please take a look. Okay, and then they'll ask you a couple more icebreaker questions just to make you feel more comfortable. Now, they might seem like they're not marking you on these icebreaker questions, but definitely they are registering your fluency, comprehension, cohesion from the very beginning, from asking you, what is your full name? So this question is a common icebreaker. Be ready for this one. It could very easily be the question you are asked. Where do you live? Where do you live? Okay, Abdul Bori Saida Zimov says, I live in a 4-bedroom apartment with my parents and siblings in the capital city of Uzbekistan, situated in the northeast of my country, which is one of the most spectacular and crowded conurbations. Abdul Bori, name the city. Okay, name the capital of Uzbekistan if you're going to talk about it. Otherwise, it's a nice response. All right. And I like how you added your location of where you live in the actual habitants, so your building, and also your greater area, the city. That's great. Ranveer Singh says, I live in the village of Lailan, which is located in the Hoshiarpur district. My hometown is very beautiful, and I've lived there since my birth. Good, Ranveer. Give me a little bit more. Perhaps just add in what your actual residence is. So the building that you live in, a house, an apartment, a townhouse, duplex, condo. Okay, so include that in there. All right. Hemant is asking, sir, isn't dig it out of my pocket a little bit informal? Yeah, it is, Hemant, but it's okay in that context because you're probably, you probably are a little bit nervous and you are actually digging your passport out of your pocket. So in the speaking section, students, it's okay to use some informal language. Especially informal language that's nice informal language. Don't use rude informal language, okay? Be really careful not to use rude informal language, but nice informal language is okay. The speaking part of the exam is the same for academic and general, and you should sound natural, okay? Natural sounding English is a combination of informal and formal language in most cases. All right. Awaz Akhmedov says, well, I reside in an enormous house, which includes a kitchen, bathroom, living room, and bedroom that is located in downtown Navai. Awaz, very good. Okay. So, yeah, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor of a building located next to the Danube River in the heart of Budapest, the capital city of Hungary. All right, it's currently where I am. Otherwise, I live in Victoria, which is the capital city of British Columbia, one of the most western cities of Canada on Vancouver Island. So repeat after me. Where do you live? I live in a 2-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor of a building located next to the Danube River in the heart of Budapest, the capital city of Hungary. All right. And maybe another follow-up question related to that one. What is close to your home? So what is close to your home? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. If your topic for part 1 is talking about the home, then this could easily be one of those questions. Okay. So, Maksud says, as I live in the heart of Tashkent, near Hand, there are not only national parks, but also a variety of shops. Just yesterday, I was at the national park in order to unwind and recharge my batteries. Maqsood, what is the name of that park? Okay, so you're in Tashkent, capital of Uzbekistan. And what's in that national park? Okay, or what's the name of that national park? Dr. Krishna says, my house is situated in a great area called Honey Park, where all the essential services like vegetable markets, grocery stores, pharmacies, as well as hospitals are just minutes walk away. Dr. Krishna, we probably wouldn't say vegetable market. We would probably say produce, fresh produce or fresh produce market. Okay, fresh produce market. All right, Karen Veer says, just a kilometer away from my apartment, there's a big lake which is named after its shape, called Horseshoe Lake. It's one of the major tourist destinations in Delhi that offers boating facilities as well. And I was there last Saturday with a friend having some fun rowing a boat. Okay, so what is close to your home? Well, within a square kilometer vicinity, other than the great Danube River, I can also easily walk to a major shopping mall called West End City Center, as well as a plethora, this is where you can use plethora accurately, plethora of restaurants and even a major video arcade where I hung out with some friends the other week for some R&R. All right, so here we go. Again, be specific and give details and use quantitative language. Okay, so square kilometer vicinity. If you draw 1 by 1 square kilometer around my apartment, you'll find most of these venues. So repeat after me. What is close to your home? Well, within a square kilometer vicinity, other than the Great Danube River, I can also easily walk to a major shopping mall called West End City Center, as well as a plethora of restaurants and even a major video arcade where I hung out with some friends the other week for some R&R. Okay, not true because of the COVID, of course. We can't do that right now, but this is how you should answer this type of question. Notice that this here is qualitative. Okay, so close. What does that mean, right? Close. 50 meters, 100 meters, 2 kilometers, who knows? So when the question is qualitative, it makes even more sense to create a quantitative answer. Okay? So when you hear the examiner ask a qualitative question like close or far, fast, slow, better, worse, really work hard to create this kind of quantitative, meaning numbers, type of answer. Okay, repeat after me. Well, within a square kilometer vicinity, other than the Great Danube River, that's connecting to my previous answer, I can also easily walk to a major shopping mall called West End City Center. It's specific. Okay. As well as a plethora of restaurants and even a major video arcade, some unique language where I can hang out, natural language, where I hung out with some friends the other week. So this is a specific example. And this is what you want to focus on when you're creating high band responses. Okay, so make sure to do this as much as possible. Be specific, give examples. And I see a lot of you doing that now. So a lot of our regular viewers are becoming better and better at this. Just for fun, I know a lot of our members and regular viewers are practicing this often. Are you using these strategies in your own language, and are you finding that your communication with others is improving when you do this? Just for fun, I'd like to find out who among you actually use these strategies that you learn in these classes, not just in English, but in your own personal or business communication to improve your communication and achieve your goals more accurately. Are any of you doing that? Oh, nice. So Himan says, yeah. Abhishek says, yeah. Himan's on board as well. That's fantastic. Natalie, R&R means rest and relaxation. It's a common expression for rest and relaxation. I'm really happy. Yeah, because again, so of course this will help you improve for IELTS, but this is also for improving your overall communication in any language, okay? And Hina says, yeah, you have to because of lockdown. Yeah, it's interesting, Hina, you're right. Communicating with people nowadays, not face-to-face, more often demands a better level of communication as well. So you're right, Hina, on that, okay? So R&R means rest and relaxation, okay? It's a common expression. Okay, so let's get into part one. The examiner will now say, okay, I will ask you some more questions on a general topic. Here we go. So let's talk about dogs and cats. Okay, dogs and cats. Some of our most beloved family members. Let's talk about dogs and cats. First question, do you own a dog or a cat? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. Please don't just say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. Okay, give me a nice full sentence answer. All right. Roshni says, no doubt, I own 3 dogs. Their names are Tiger, Sharu, and Blackie. They are not only very kind, but squeaky clean. Sharu is one of my favorites since he loves to be around me as much as possible. Okay, Roshni, a couple of mistakes in there. Careful. If you get really excited about a question, it's close to heart. Don't get too excited and make mistakes on the IELTS, so keep it simple. Okay, don't overdo it. Kevin Bowie says, unfortunately, I don't have any pets like dogs or cats. I used to pester my parents to adopt a dog, but my pleas were to no avail. Also, these days, I'm just too short on time to really cater to these little cuties. Okay, Kevin, nice. I like your use of natural language. A couple of slight corrections in there. Good use of vocabulary. And I like how you explained the situation a bit, that you don't own a cat or a dog, but you really would have liked to own one of these little furry friends, but your parents wouldn't bend to their will or your will. Elena Mori says, I really like pets. I have a puppy. His name is Pluto. He is a small husky, not husky, husky, Elena. Oh, so cute, Elena. Puppy huskies are one of the cutest things in the world. Okay. Awaz says, yes, I have both a small white cat, which is called Kitty, and I also have a big brown dog named Rex. Awaz, switch it up. Called Kitty, named Rex. And Awaz, maybe a little bit more. How old is the cat? How old is Rex? So give us just their names. I like how you gave the colors. Might as well give the names. Like, yes, I have both a small white cat called Kitty. She's 9 years old, and I also have a big brown dog named Rex. He's 5. Okay, so give us a little bit more, that quantitative language. Okay. Ranveer Singh says, yes, I recently purchased a dog from a pet shop. His name is Rocky, and he is absolutely gorgeous. Good, Ranveer. I like it. Look at all the pet lovers in our chat. That's fantastic. Abhishek says, yes, I have a dog named Sherry. She is a Pomerian breed, and she is 17 years old. Wow, she is an old girl. It's amazing. You must have taken really good care for Abhishek to have a 17-year-old Pomeranian, I think is what you're writing there. All right. Irene, I'm really happy the lessons are helping. That's great. So, do you own a dog or a cat? Unfortunately, I do not currently own either a cat or dog. Good for many of those students who recognize that since you have two subjects here, dog or cat, or sorry, two objects, dog, cat, that you can use your correlative conjunction. So one of you said, I own both a cat and a dog. Here I'm using, I do not currently own either a cat or a dog. Now I have the negative here. I do not either or. I could also say I neither own a cat nor a dog. And that's even nicer, but either one is okay. So I could simplify it like this. Unfortunately, I neither own a cat nor a dog at the moment. Although I have had dogs growing up as a child, as well as cats. I am really a pet or animal lover. All right. So repeat after me. Do you own a dog or a cat? Unfortunately, I neither own a cat nor a dog at the moment, although I have had dogs growing up as a child as well as cats. I'm really an animal lover. All right, some nice natural language there. Again, students, be really expressive. So the IELTS is not the place to keep your sentences short, like, no, I don't have a dog or a cat. Okay. It's nice language, but it's so short that I can't give you band 9 based on a short answer like that. So you have to give more. Okay. All right. Next question. Which do you like more, dogs or cats? And please don't start fighting in the chat over which is better. Just give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. So, which do you like more, dogs or cats? All right. Nick Haim says, personally, dogs are usually smarter and more energetic than cats. My dog Ben always supports me through all my ups and downs. So I'm partial to dogs. Nick Haim, you can finish like this. So I'm partial to dogs. This means I have a preference for dogs. Okay. Make sure to directly answer the question, students. Okay. Don't just kind of circumvent the question, but directly answer it. Say, yes, I prefer dogs over cats, or I'm a cat person myself. I like them more than dogs. So do directly answer the questions. Okay. All right. So Charlie Sen says, well, honestly, I like dogs the most. Not only is the dog man's best friend, but also they protect the house and family members in difficult situations. I remember in my childhood, once I fell in a pond and the dog rescued my life. Okay, just give me 2 seconds here, students. I'm just going to do something very quickly. And then we will get back to the lesson here. I just have to free up a bit of data. All right. So there we go. All right. Peya Basak says, I love cats rather than dogs, since dogs sometimes can be aggressive and need much care and money to maintain. However, cats are pretty much cute and easy to handle. Okay, Peya, that's a nice answer. Yeah, I like how all of you are giving good explanations for why you prefer either a cat or a dog. Of course, this is where the explanation is very, very important. Okay. Wang Lam Lam says, for me, I used to love dogs more than cats, but after I have followed some channels which talk about cat topics, I found that they are small and adorable. So I have flipped a new page in my life, and now I prefer cats. When Lam Lam, I changed the end a little bit with an expression. You can use this. So I turned a new leaf in my life, and now I like cats more than dogs. Okay. All right. Some good answers there. This would be my answer if I were asked this question. To be perfectly honest, I'm a dog person myself. Although I do love cats, unfortunately, I have a slight allergy to cat fur, which makes me sneeze. Also, I find that the saying, cats have slaves and dogs have owners, seems to be true. This, of course, means that dogs are more loyal than cats to their masters. All right, so a little bit of my own perspective in there for you and some nice natural language. Just repeat after me. Which do you like more, dogs or cats? To be perfectly honest, I'm a dog person myself, although I do love cats. Unfortunately, I have a slight allergy to cat fur, which makes me sneeze. Also, I find that the saying, cats have slaves and dogs have owners, seems to be true. This, of course, means that dogs are more loyal than cats to their masters. Okay. Cats, if they're not really happy with their home, they'll just up and leave sometimes. Dogs, not so much. All right. But again, they're both cute and adorable animals that are really a part of our families once we grow up with them and have them. Okay, so next question here, students. Let's keep going along a little bit. Express your fluency. Of course, as you can see, I'm always trying to catch different students' responses. Okay, so here we go. Where do you see dogs usually? How about cats? You kind of get these weird questions sometimes in IELTS, so be ready for them. Where do you see dogs usually? How about cats? All right, let's see some answers. Shirojidin says, dogs are very common in Uzbekistan, and you can see dogs almost in every house. But when it comes to cats, I reckon they're not as common in my area, so you might meet wild cats on the streets. We don't call them wild cats. Anybody know what we call cats or dogs that don't have owners? They're not called wild cats. Wild cats would be like tigers and lions and pumas and things like that. Riya Sharma says, dogs are very commonly observed everywhere. The strays suffering along the roadsides are quite commonly found in my country. Also, we have pet cafes where we can see more and more of these cute furry little animals. Yeah, very good, Ria. So they're called stray. Everybody catch that? Stray dog or a stray cat is a cat without an owner. So Ria is using that word accurately. Very good. They're called stray cats, okay? So stray cat or dog is a dog or cat which does not have a human owner. Okay, it's a nice vocabulary there. In this topic, that's the kind of vocabulary or lexical resource that the examiner is looking for. Okay. Rajveer says, I usually see dogs at my relatives or friends' home, as well as at playgrounds where cats are visible only on the streets in my vicinity. Musafir Hoon says, there are many stray dogs in our area, and me and my friend love to catch and feed them because no one does so. So we like to care for them. That's very nice of you, Musafir. Yeah, they're very emotional animals, cats and dogs, and it's hard to see them suffer for sure. Boomy says, I often see stray dogs outside of my house in the streets, while I rarely find cats near the vicinity for the past few years. Yeah, Boomy, maybe the dogs are eating the cats. I don't know, especially if there's no food. Sammy says, I usually see dogs in our neighborhood, in our neighbors' houses, as well as stray dogs on the streets, but cats I see much more rarely than dogs. All right. So, I often meet with dogs in parks or at the homes of my friends and family. I would say I see at least a couple dozen dogs each week. However, cats are much more stealthy, and I don't see them as often. At times, I will catch a glimpse of a cat in my backyard hunting for birds in the bush. All right. And instead of more stealthy, the correct word is stealthier. All right. Here we go, students. Repeat after me. Where do you usually see dogs? Where do you see dogs usually? How about cats? Repeat after me. I often meet with dogs in parks or at the homes of my friends and family. I would say I see at least a couple dozen dogs each week. However, cats are much stealthier, and I don't see them as often. At times, I will catch a glimpse of a cat in my backyard hunting for birds in the bush. Stealthier is a word that means you're kind of sneaky, like the stealth plane. You're able to hide very well. You're stealthy. Okay, so that's stealth, stealthy. All right, next question. Why do you think dogs like chasing cats? Let's see what you have in mind for this question. I'm very, very curious. So why do you think dogs like chasing cats? Again, in the IELTS exam, students, be open-minded, be calm, because you can get these kinds of odd questions coming at you from left field. Left field means unexpectedly. So why do you think dogs like chasing cats? All right, Roshni says, that's an interesting question. In my mind, dogs always chase cats because they find them as the enemy and also as food stealers. food thieves, Roshni, but otherwise that's good. Yeah, so competition for that delicious bite of food. All right, Kevin Bowie says, I reckon dogs enjoy running after cats because they evolved from wolves, which are driven by a strong sense of prey hunting, hence the keen interest in catching. In fact, some German shepherds near my house love it when I throw tennis balls for them to fetch, just like a cat making its getaway, right? Kevin, if you're talking about the tennis ball, then make the connection to the cat. So throwing a tennis ball is like a cat making its getaway. Getaway, one word. Okay, getaway. All right. Amira Sadek says, I usually see dogs walking around with their friends and playing together in the park. This is exactly similar in my case, while cats are often carried by their owners along with them home. Okay, that's for the previous one, Elena. Amira. Elena Mori, right after, says, I believe dogs like chasing cats because it's in their basic instinct. It is said that they are the arch enemies of one another. Okay, however, I also think sometimes they want to play with each other, so they chase each other. Yeah, so I think that canines, if you want a little bit of a synonym for dogs, I think that canines love to run after instead of chase, if you want to use a phrasal verb. So I think that canines love to run after cats, felines, if you want to have a synonym for cats. Felons, felines. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, so I think that canines love to run after felines because it is part of their basic instinct. They are thought to be ancient arch nemesis of one another instead of enemies, arch nemesis of one another. As well, I think at times they are just playing and enjoy the prey predator scenario. All right. So here we go, students. Repeat after me. Why do you think dogs like chasing cats? I think that canines love to run after felines because it is part of their basic instinct. They are thought to be ancient arch nemesis of one another. As well, I think at times they are just playing and enjoying the prey-predator scenario. Okay? All right. Good job. Okay, let's go to the next question. Here we go. I'm really curious about your answers for this one. And again, give me a nice full sentence answer. Remember, students, use the question in your answer. So this is conditional. If you could train a dog, all right? Give me an explanation. So why? Okay, and maybe an example, all right? So if you could train a dog to perform a trick, what would it be and why? And if you could train a dog to perform a trick, what would it be and why? All right, Shirojidin Abdul Holikov says, given the chance, I would train my dog to do a flip because many dogs cannot do it. However, I couldn't even teach my dog to sit. I can say without a doubt, this would really impress my friends, but wouldn't be easy. Yeah, Shirojidin, not bad. Give me a little bit more explanation. Why do you want to train your dog to do a flip? Okay. All right. If I had a chance to try, I would say I would train my dog to prevent it from attacking cats, testing its intelligence. Okay, good. Couple of corrections there. All right. Nick Haim says, well, obviously, first I would teach my dog how to pee and properly, and then some tricks like shaking hands and barking for a hello. I taught Ben to shake my hand after I adopted him 3 months later. Okay, Nick Haim, just one trick, use the conditional. If I could teach Ben any new trick, it would be. Ria Sharma says, since I love dance, given the opportunity to train dogs, I would go with teaching them a dance. That would be just awesome for me to have my dog as my partner. Oh, I just can't wait for that day. All right, Ria, what would you teach him? A little bit of salsa, rumba, waltz, tango? Be specific. Be creative. I like the idea of dance. I like dancing too. Violet says, I think I will train a dog to be able to pick up a cup with his front legs and drink from it because it's very nice if a dog could drink like a human. Okay, Violet. Use the conditional, Violet. If I could train a dog, any new trick, it would be how to pick up a cup. All right. Okay, lots of great answers, students. Lots of great answers. I'm just quickly kind of skimming through them. Sure. Provided the opportunity to train my dog to do any trick, I'd probably opt to teach it how to use the toilet. As this could save me a lot of time and grief having to pick up after my pet during our outings. Also, it would help to keep the streets cleaner. And actually, so I've seen people do this. So I have seen people teach this trick for some bigger dogs. It's quite funny. Here we go, students. Repeat after me. If you could train a dog to perform a trick, what would it be and why? Provided the opportunity to train my dog to do any trick, I'd probably opt to teach it how to use the toilet, as this could save me a lot of time and grief having to pick up after my pet during our outings. Also, it would help keep the streets cleaner. All right. Now, here's one more question. You can try this on your own. Have you ever owned a dog or a cat? Can you tell me about it? That I'll leave to you to try on your own, students. I'm out of time, but don't worry. I'll be back tomorrow for 2 lessons. Task 1 for members and listening parts 1 and 2 for everybody. Until then, please visit us at aehelp.com for academic IELTS and gieltshelp.com for general. And remember, students, on the websites, as I showed you just really quickly again, there is a student partner speaking, which is absolutely free. You just have to log in. You can do this from your free demo account. Click on that button, accept the terms, and away you go, practicing English and communication, and maybe even a little bit entertaining during these times for this lockdown. That's it for today. You're very welcome, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this class. It was a little bit of a lighter topic today regarding our furry little friends, cats and dogs. And I wish you a very good rest of your day. If it's late in your country, sweet dreams to you. Much love to everyone. I'm Adrian from Budapest. Bye for now.